Practical Tactical.
Welcome to Practical Tactical. Today what I want to share with you is a little product that I picked up from Self-Reliance Outfitters. I don't know if you're a fan of Dave Canterbury or the Wilderness Outfitters on YouTube, the YouTube channel. But I picked up this little kit. It was on sale on Self-Reliance Outfitters website. It has Pathfinder's logo on the front. And it's kind of a cute little cup. It's got a little strainer lid. And it's made with little holes in it so you can put wires through it if you want to hang it over the fire, or there's a fish mold spreader that he sells so you can hook it in there and hang it over a fire if you want. But this particular kit came with this little alcohol stove, and I quite like this design because it comes with this little kind of perforated metal ring that acts as a stove top for it to hold your stuff, and it comes with this little regulator cap that controls if you want to dial back the heat a little bit, so you might not always want the fire burning full blast. And basically it's just a little alcohol stove, and there's cheaper versions of this where you can buy off of all kinds of places. I've seen them, but a lot of times they're often about the same price. Sometimes I've seen them for as little as about $6 on eBay out of China. But this one's a little bit bigger, and it's stainless steel. It seems like it's pretty good quality. The one thing, I guess, to be a little bit critical, it has an O-ring seal right here, which is nice because you can put fuel in it and carry it around, but it does leak. It seems like the O-ring is not quite the right size or whatever, and it doesn't seal perfectly on the alcohol. It's just a little minor leak. As long as you kind of keep it upright, it won't be much of a problem, but I gotta do something about that. See what I can do to fix that. But basically, you just if you hit it with a flame, or it'll light this thing up, and the alcohol is burning right now. And once it's burning, you can put this little ring on it. And if I want to heat up some water, I can put. Let's say you're out in the woods and I don't know, you want to boil some water to sterilize it or something. You can put water in here, and let's say I fill this. I don't know, we'll see how long it takes to boil. I filled this about 2/3 of the way, so it's filled up to about right here, and we'll put that on there, and we'll see how long that takes to boil. I'm going to stop the clock for a second, and I'll see how long, and I'll get back to you. I'll tell you how long it takes before this starts to a running boil. Okay, so just hang back, and I'll be right with you. So here we are. It's 9 minutes later, and the water is boiling. It's just kind of starting to boil. It's not a real aggressive boil yet, but it's boiling. It's been boiling. It's been kind of bubbles in the water for a little while now. Actually, bubbles probably after about 4 minutes, but it's starting to get to a pretty good boil now. I'll bring the camera over here and show you right inside the pot. It's about 9 minutes now, and it's really boiling now. And that's 16 ounces of water in there. So about 9 minutes really gets it boiling, no question about it. Now, I've heard different people say these are pretty effective to keep you from not burning your hands, I guess, and they do work. It's fairly warm right now, but like I did take it off with my bare hands, but there's plenty of heat there. You can see the flame, the color of the flame seems to be changing as some of the alcohol burns off. It's now more of an orange. Now, one of the things what I wanted to mention is if you want to heat up water in a smaller pot, you're in trouble. It's not going to fit in there because of the diameter of this ring. Now, what I wanted to suggest is a little hanger wire. What I did was I bent the hanger wire into kind of a U shape, and when you look at the holes here, I go in one hole, skip 2 holes, and it goes in the 4th hole. So I made it so you can basically slide this in. And by the way, I should probably be a little more clear. I bent over the ends a little bit, so there's just a slight hook, so it's not going to back off. I don't want it to kind of slide back out on you, but basically what we can do is slide this in here, and slide the wire in, and so now it'll grab. So now I could put something smaller on top and heat up a smaller container. So just for the sake of a little bit of hanger wire, you can actually use it for smaller containers than something this big. And another example would be if you wanted to make some coffee with like a little pot like this. Like you could put that on there, and there's little cups. This cup is too big to work with this, but it'll work. At least you can make coffee with this little espresso maker. So so that's pretty cool. There is one little trick, is how do you get this thing off once it's hot? You know, so you kind of have to use something and kind of just, I guess, knock it off or something, you know, to get it off of there. And then you can use this thing to snuff the fire out. So it's not too bad. You know, you could use a stick. You can use just about anything to knock that off. And it is hot for a little bit. You know, you gotta let all that cool off. But you know what? I really like this stove, and I like the alcohol for you know, nice clean fuel. It doesn't make a lot of smell. If you just want, you're just out for a day trip or something, and you just want to use it to heat up maybe lunch or something, or you know, even if you just want to stay warm, maybe you're out in a, I don't know, a hunt camp or something, and it's just a little bit chilly, you just want to, you're in a blind or something, you want to warm it up a little bit. I think I could even see value in that. And even if you were to choke off the fire a little bit, or maybe let's say, for example, you're out steelhead fishing and you're on the river bank and it's getting kind of, you've been out there for a while, it's maybe, you know, still cold out in March or April, and your hands are getting cold. Again, you can kind of make a little fire with this. It's nice and clean. If the landowner has a problem, an aversion to you making a campfire on the riverbank or something like that, something like this is really cool. It's small enough that you don't mind carrying it, and you can dial the flame back a little bit. If your hands get a little bit cold, you come over and warm them up. So anyhow, I really like this thing. You can use the little pot for cooking things, sterilizing water if you want to. For the sake of a hanger wire, I'm kind of surprised Canterbury hasn't come up with something like that on his own to bend a hanger wire for smaller containers. But you know what? Self-Reliance Outfitters is the website. You might want to check them out. These are on sale right now. It's May right now, 2017. I don't know how long that sale will be on for, but you might want to check it out. I really like this this kit. So anyways, thanks for watching Practical Tactical, and we'll see you next time.
Don't forget to subscribe.